Because we're safely inside. Hi everybody, hi, how you doing?
Yeah, doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing alright, happy to be here. So...
new character now?
It's a younger brother.
In my, folly, I've realized that, part of the kind of the steep power scale. Sorry, first of all, hi. This is our show. This is our show, Into the Runeverse / Doomed to Determine. It's probably going to stay Into the Runeverse. Lost Requiem, our horror comedy campaign. That's kind of a little bit of both, with some other stuff thrown in between every now and then. We're on book 8. Everybody's level 13. We just started, and we learned that it's a werewolf-themed arc. And one of our players is directly associated with that. Anyway, caveat now to the party. So you're level 13, and I made a big boo-boo and let you pick too many feats, and should have made you all have standard array, because that's how you make the horror feel maintained through the levels, because everything's harder. You guys are more difficult, and so instead of me just throwing hordes of enemies at you until we have the zombie arc, when's that going to happen? Who knows? I do. But,
that has to be the finale. Like, with just given the state of undead in this world, yeah, like it. Oh my god, I don't like that you said that. It's gonna be Left 4 Dead up in this.
I mean, werewolves,
so many guys.
Werewolves, giant cockroaches, zombies, the same general neighborhood.
Politics.
Yeah. You said giant cockroaches.
Yeah.
So anyway, I had these cards that I bought a while back. They're actually the sibling cards to the Critical Hit cards. But originally I'm like, oh, it says critical hit outcomes for GM. So like when an enemy critical hits you, one of these extra things will happen.
What if that could happen?
Say what?
What if you could critical hit us?
What do you mean? I mean, you guys only have a limited pool of nuh-uhs that you can pull.
I used to have
how many times can you do it?
Once. I can make you re-roll, though.
For sure.
I can stop 5 crits.
Okay, that's if you don't use it on anything else, right? Isn't it or is it just a separate pool?
I guess it's per round. It's like a reaction thing, but it's a number equal to my wisdom mod. So I have 5 of them per long rest.
So anyway,
and before we switched to TOV, I had immunity to crits. But yes. Anyway.
So these things are called critical hits, and basically it adds a little bit of extra oochie ouchie to attack. Sometimes it's just extra damage. Sometimes it's like your AC is reduced. Sometimes it's like if it's like a magic thing, you have to make a fairly low saving throw usually. But there's things from setback all the way to deadly in terms of the scale of these. So if a critical hit gets through, expect some more like, ooh, ow, whoa, or oh, shit, like I was not expecting that. Just because I need to keep the urgency that lends itself to the horror genre still tangible, you know, as much as horror can also dip into adventure. Surely, there's some of the best horror movies, I think, can tack adventure onto them, or things that share a horror element to them.
Or we could just feel like gods.
More urgent than 2 members of our party dying?
Let's
okay.
Let's all pick a card and get that debuff permanently.
Don't give him any ideas.
Here, let's let Jeremy just show you guys what it might be.
An example.
So,
let's go for the most deadly one on here. Is that fair? All right.
What does the top say? What does the top right word say? Deadly, setback, dangerous.
Double damage and you receive a permanent scar on your face. So I think every time I get hit, I take double damage and get a new scar.
Oh wow! All right, so here's
what it's gonna look like.
Here's a life-threatening one for a ranged attack. This is something that might happen to Ron if he did what he did to Blismus. Maybe somebody snipes him, and the attack pins your foot to the ground. You have to make a something strength check to free yourself, adding an additional 1d8 damage with each failed attempt. So, things like that. That's just life-threatening to where you're stuck, but you also can't move. There's also deadly things like that, but those will just be fun little oh yays. The same way that I seem to be the only one at this fucking table that pulls the critical fail cards for the rolls. Anyway.
I mean, that one time I summoned a lightning elemental.
That's true, but that was like 3 months ago at this point,
Yeah.
man. I need something.
It was a lot longer than 3 months ago.
It was a lot longer. It was like 5 months ago.
Stop
You're right,
trying
Liz.
to
Might even be
kill us.
6.
I mean, time is meaningless. It may have been 3 years ago. How long have we known each other?
It's
I don't know. It doesn't
about
matter.
2.5 years. Anyway, we're here.
Mm-hmm.
I know I normally throw out something to check out. If you're going to check out anything, check out our book Into the Runiverse right there. You can find it anywhere, but I don't want to plug anything because I just want to get into the story. I want to do this. I'm excited because we're kind of in a weird crossover of genres. We've tapped on the good old fashioned lycanthropy. I've heard it many ways. I'm probably mispronouncing it in all of them. But
From vampires to werewolves.
from vampires to werewolves, but we're in the good old werewolves. But also giant bugs, so maybe the 1997 movie Mimic is also out. It might be 1993, but let's get into it. What happened last time, guys? You guys were on. You actually went island hopping for a little bit. You met some folks, made some friends. Almost got into a nice tussle with some
yeah, it turns out.
chaps.
When Cassidy thought that the curse that the hag put on him was lifted when he died and got brought back to life, but now they've discovered that the curse has been twisted into turning him into a werewolf. Instead of turning him between ugly and smart in between ugly and smart and a himbo. So, yeah.
Read the bottom one.
But it looks like it's in the earliest stages.
I'll read this out loud.
Okay.
The debuff is called Core Blimey Governor. You develop an X-hit completely different than the one you had before.
I would adore that if
You
I
get-
pulled that.
You get hit so hard you're Hispanic
Brain
now?
scrambles.
Like, what?
Quack, hola!
It's like some he said, like from English to Spanish setting.
Exactly what
Did it come
happened
to
to Buzz
Spanish language
Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear?
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But it looks like
Guru.
we got confirmation that Cassidy is indeed a werewolf because he turned into a werewolf at night on the ship. But
It's crazy because he ate the deer before that.
And he got banished.
he Mort banished him with a banishment spell, and it turns out, at this point at least, just knocking him out by hitting him across the head is enough to turn him back. At least for now.
I only banished him for a minute. It's fine, right?
Yeah.
I didn't
I will be
leave
using
him there.
this tactic from now
It
on.
was 59 seconds, which is the safe amount.
And Cassidy is currently in the process. They were able to get their hands on some raw silver, and so they were given a silver chain, but Cassidy is in the process of making silvered restraints so that he doesn't go batshit crazy and kill some innocent people at night. But after that whole debacle with trying to contain Werewolf Cassidy, we got a call from the townsfolk or whoever the head was. I forget what the name. And there was some werewolves spotted, but it also turns out giant cockroaches
Dragging the werewolf off into the sea. Towards Flatbrow, the only island nearby. Fun fact, cockroaches can survive underwater for quite some time. Anyway, you guys decided to set out for Flatbrow immediately with Paraval Mistwind, the leader of the Inquisitors that you guys had met, a twin set of Goliaths, and an elf woman.
Hey, DJ, I forgot to ask last week. How hot is Paravel? On a scale of like 1 to 12.
No. I'm gonna try.
On a scale of 1 to Ch3.
No. It's not that flavor. It's a
Which
different.
one's that?
No. It's
Supernatural.
It's a different kind of.
On a scale of 1 to Mr. Darcy while he's confessing his love for Elizabeth.
Oh God, he's like that's the
Oh.
thing. He's like he's there. Like that's literally like the picture in my head, but I was trying to think of like a celebrity, but I'm thinking of like like Pride and Prejudice. Like it's exactly that's it. That's the
I
moment.
don't even know the actor's name. I just know that scene.
Exactly.
I have not
In
watched.
the book and in the movie.
I have not watched Pride and Prejudice. I just finished Succession, and the guy who plays Mr. Darcy plays a major character in Succession.
Hilarious.
That show is wild.
I mean,
So, yes, to answer your question,
Pride and Prejudice, it might not be everyone's thing in this room.
but to answer your question, Liz, that hot.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh no! Oh no, he's hot!
Oh no, he's hot. But you guys decided to set off with the I was gonna say the Whatchamacallit, and I'm like, that's literally the name of the fucking boat.
Yeah.
With the SS Whatchamacallit, to Flatbrow with the Dawn, because it's not really safe to ride at night. And that's where we picked up with the morning. It's that kind of like, I think we said it was that purple morning, that that like pre-dawn, almost light. And right now you can see the sun just breaking the clouds off in the distance. The mist is receding back, and you can see little wisps of humanoid forms kind of pulling back of the mist with it. The sun sweeping it away.
Spooky.
We'll have to go kill some cockroaches, I guess.
Oh, you guys were arriving on Flatbrow. That's right. That's where we left off. As the morning, the city looks.
I was thinking about Mr. Darcy.
Sorry. Yeah. The city looks. It's kind of like a bunch of chock-a-block homes. You can see it looks like there was definitely a tussle. Some of the windows are boarded up. There are some boats, but a lot of them look just like flat out wrecked on the water. There look to be some intact. You can see movement within the houses, but you can't really tell what it is from this far out.
It could be more bugs.
They did say there was cockroaches.
You know, I read a book about such once. A man turned into a cockroach, and it weirded out his whole family.
Yeah, I could see that.
As you're
Yeah,
pulling
maybe
up,
that's what's happening here.
I met a druid that did that once.
Chrisitha kind of comes up to you, Braddock, and goes, "Captain,
Yeah.
if I may suggest we make anchor a little bit out from shore. Those things seem pretty confident, just sort of wading out into the open water that way. I don't know if us being absolutely with our pants down out here, we can at least make a quick getaway if we need to. Keeping the ship, at minimal risk. We could take one of the smaller boats.
Okay.
Maybe even the swamp waiter, but I feel better just for we got some kids on board, and they're capable. We've been training them, but bugs. Yeah, if it's roaches, there's never just fucking one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think it must have some on the boat, so I'm with Chrisissa.
I mean, we got Triple G too. The giant fucker's bigger than a doorway, but still. The farther away we are from
The
shore,
only
the
kind
less
of bug that
vulnerable
Triple
we
G
are.
is a love bug, okay?
Oh, sweet.
Question.
Yeah, we can dock off a little bit away.
With the amount of time it took for us to get to this island, would it be enough time to use some of the silver that we obtained for Cassidy to silver everyone's weapons? Or would it be
That
just
takes
enough?
like a day.
Okay. Or it would.
Great axe is already silver.
Yeah.
I know, that's how long it took for you and Sermia. You guys were weaponless when you did that. You were both like,
Oh,
yeah, take it!
I wasn't weaponless.
I mean, not weaponless, but it was like, oh,
They're what my
this
main,
is my shiny one.
Yeah,
But
Make it
okay,
shinier.
but we still have silvered weapons. Even yeah.
2.
So.
And I think Mort has a silver dagger, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think I do, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think if you turn into it, like if I had to fight you with a dagger, I will just be dead. Like that's like, it's not gonna matter at that point for me. Like,
Well, I mean, and we're as far as we know, we're just dealing with cockroaches
no,
right now.
Just spit that right in the
I will fly away before that happens. Like,
All right. Well, okay. Good to know. Moving on.
Sorry, I laughed my Red Bull into my mustache, and now it's like right at my nostril, and all I can smell is Red Bull. It's nice, but
Yeah.
I wish that
I think that gives you wings.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm feeling it, baby. So, do you want to take the swamp crawler? There's also 2 small boats that the group could head off with.
honestly, I feel like the crawler might be one.
Yeah, we've ridden on a crawler before. We're familiar with it.
Also can stomp on some bugs.
Unless they're as big as the crawler.
So, Ron and Sermia look over. This is like one of my favorite songs in this whole music pack. I'm sorry, every time it happens I have to stop and just... That's the neurodivergence, everybody. But Ron and Sermia look to the 2 of you. Sermia puts her hand on... What's the fucking dragon's name? Mare.
Mare, yeah.
And says... she gets her sword out, kind of swishes it around. She says, me and the fox are going to go scouting, see if we can find anything. Maybe carve out a nice little patch for us to camp in later. And she shoves her sword back in.
that literally too.
Yep, I do.
Okay, good luck, best friend. I love you so much.
Love you too. Bye. Mwah. Mwah.
She said she loves me.
Kiss
Oh,
this
good.
is the most emotion I think
I've been working on that reaction for quite some time. Kiss, kiss.
That's probably the most amount of emotion we're ever going to see out of her.
Can you?
She turns around and goes, probably. Just gets out of Murray and flies away.
Can you go through with me super duper quick? What do we know about the foe that we're going to face?
So, what Tissan told you back in Bay Lagar, the kind of initial, hey, while you guys are all sort of here, we could really use your very capable hands in this problem. In the time since the Magra event, after the smoke cleared and people were able to establish communications even locally, like from here to Bay Lagar, where it's like a day and a half travel, they found out that somebody claiming to be Akishigal, demon lord of cockroaches, had claimed that Flat Brow was theirs. Sorry, my brain short-circuited there for a second at the name of the place. At first, nobody took it seriously, and then communication from Flat Brow kind of stopped altogether. Then the messages came in sounding a little disjointed and weird, but still claiming that Akishigal, the demon lord of cockroaches, had claimed Flat Brow and was their territory, and they were now start moving northward. Reports started filtering in, finally, of giant cockroaches. Tessan is like, this sounds ridiculous, but you guys seem to specialize in ridiculous, so if you would please investigate this. We're really spread thin because, there's a Godzilla kicking about the place. And you guys were like, yeah, sure,
I
a minor
guess.
demon lord sounds fun.
I think the preferred noun is kaiju.
That's true.
I guess my question is, do we have any context, does Mort have any context on whether or not this is like a real demon? Is that like a title he's holding?
Well,
or is
first
he,
you
like,
could
an
roll
actual-
an arcana. Or not an arcana, a religion.
Cool.
Good sir.
Not one.
You don't know shit.
Anybody want to help him for advantage?
So Talani, I would also like to roll maybe history or something, based on like the Ironheart Guard has been, sort of like the strong arm of the island chains for quite some time. I wonder if I've heard, not from a religious perspective, but from a like a guard perspective, like a history of the policing is
I was
perspective,
actually
if
kind
I've
of
ever
going
heard
to
of these
say,
cockroach people.
Braddock would like to see if there was any known files on him you could have pulled.
Investigation.
And then Cassidy will just try to see if he can recall any of this coming up in his research that he's done.
Is it a history roll, TJ? Investigation? What do you want from me?
Give me a history, Liz.
Okay.
16.
Oh, did 16.
Okay.
This is pretty bad, guys.
This is no. Because here's the thing. You got an at one. That's two fails. That's a success. That's a success. I have to figure out what John has to roll to.
We all get it, and Mort runs into a tree.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
On a boat.
well, here's the thing. As long as I don't get a nat 1, any roll below a 10 is treated as a 10, and then with the bonus, it's going to be above a 20.
Nat 1. Nat 1. Nat 1.
And plus, depending on what you choose, I will probably have advantage on that roll.
We've already.
Coward.
I don't want us to double roll skills anymore, so I guess go for Arcana.
That's the one that I have the highest bonus for.
Well, that's what he has for religion too.
Okay. All right.
I thought it was a gimme.
So, yep, that is going to be... that's going to be a 30.
Yeah, the only reason I was asking in the first place is because I'm kind of going through and preparing my spells, and I'm like, if Mort knows what's ahead of him, Mort would probably choose different spells. But because I rolled in that one,
Actually.
I think I'm just going to go with my gut feelings and prepare the spells that I was probably going to prepare in the first place.
Ooh, I
love
I
that.
was mistaken. That was actually...
I appreciate that. I think that's such great. I think that lends such great.
Right, because I'm like,
In
if
the
it's
moment.
a demon, if Mort thinks he's going to fight a demon, I'm going to prepare spells that can banish a demon.
I was mistaken. That was actually a 35, but go on.
Not to try
Oh well, I wasn't going to say anything. Since it's a 35, John. All right.
13.
Wow, the DC was 34, John.
Stuff that I've talked out with TJ.
Okay.
Because I made a pact, so there are consequences
I love cocky John.
for
This
me
is great.
narratively, but I just get extra stuff.
Okay.
And I still am nowhere near as strong as you guys.
Okay. Oh, I'm just good at hitting shit up close. That's all I do.
Yeah. I don't know if Mort has a particular niche that he's incredibly strong at, honestly.
I'm good at cheese. I kind of like how new WotC does prepared spells because they do X amount per level. So right now you could prepare, I think at your level it was like 16 spells a day.
I like that.
Can you guys hear my dog?
No, sorry, I'm writing something down.
Good.
because
Okay. Good.
John's been
He
asking
is-
for this for.
I think my in-laws just arrived, and my dog is doing his tap dancing routine right above the room I'm in.
Love it.
I've been asking for what for 2.5 weeks? What?
There's just a picture of it.
What?
I'm like, it's like, oh, what? All right. Here, sorry. I wanted to have that actually typed out for you last week.
Okay.
I'll formalize that more, but that's the footnotes. Yeah, you asked for that before we started this book, then the week of the book, and then last week as well.
Okay.
So I just wanted to have it. Anyway, I kiss you, Gull, the demon lord of cockroaches.
I kissed a girl too.
Of all the demons lurking in the abyss, you are as vile and disgusting as Akishigal, the lord of cockroaches. His filth-slicked mandibles clack ceaselessly for the flesh and souls of humanoids. Although Akishigal has sired an entire race in his image, he craves followers amongst humans, elves, and other races as a means of corrupting civilization, rotting it from within. Despite his repulsiveness, Akishigal has followers amongst urban dispossessed, the slum-dwelling poor, and those who lurk in lightless undercities. His shrines are tended in abandoned houses, tanneries, and butcher yards, as well as in sewers and similar places. In these shrines, kidnapped victims find themselves submerged in filth up to their necks. While the demon lord's cultists chant, sacramental roaches feast on the prisoner's eyes and tongue. A victim who survives the rite is dumped back onto the streets. Akishigal's cults are almost as difficult to stamp out as real cockroach infestations. No matter how they are driven off or crushed, followers resurface amongst the teeming mobs of the downtrodden. Typical worshippers include evil humanoids, particularly kobolds and goblins, as well as roachlings, minor demons, slaves, thralls, and shadow creatures of all stripes. Now, let me see if there's anything else I can throw your way for that beautiful, yummy 39. 5, whatever the hell it is. Because it was specifically Arcana, you begin to... I don't know why I started to sound like JFK there. You begin to posture. Sorry. You begin to kind of postulate, like, oh, you're starting to piece some things together, like, you know, doing the math, all things start to flash together. And you realize, like, the rite that those people were doing underneath the castle, the gate that big pig demon seemed to be coming out of that, but there was a formal gate around it. You heard the reports of other gates sprouting up around, or other incursions, and you're starting to postulate that while there may be more than one place that has a formal gate, like down beneath the castle of Osnabrück, there may just be little wrinkles, little pinches between realms that opened up, and something's just like when they did whatever they did in the Osnabrück event. So he may have crawled out of a little hole real quick before it seized back up in the minutes that you guys were kind of dealing with some bullshit.
Alright, so we're dealing with some extra-dimensional creatures. Great.
And who's to say it's remarkably unlikely that this is the only place this has happened.
By the way, which saving throw would that be for?
Charisma.
Alright.
I don't know this one. Nice. I like the sad music.
Do you need
Anyway.
to talk, TJ?
So you guys get in the crawler. and amphibious vehicle itself.
So we don't see any people on the island.
You
because
see
when we
some movement, but nothing is like waving you out to shore. You see some things like duck behind
yeah, because
windows.
when you said last session that when we arrived it looked like very barren.
Now, as you approach, you notice coming up on shore, there's garbage everywhere. Like the water's filled with garbage. There's like bags of refuse and just like.
Oh, we
Does it
got
smell bad?
It smells like, well, I guess it's winter, so it doesn't smell as bad as it could, but the fact that you can smell how bad it smells, and it is like the cold midwinter, speaks to how much it's gotten out of control.
Oh, great. Talani pukes.
Uh-oh.
But I'm very polite about it. I puke on an existing garbage pile.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
It somehow improved the smell.
Cassidy is doing his best not to puke because he doesn't want to see deer guts again.
God.
So, before you guys is, now that you can see it, again. Gosh, let's just make a map. You know what? Let's just fucking do it, guys.
Yeah! Get that shit out of there. Make a map.
So do it. Oh, shit, he chicken. Oh my god!
Such a high charm
It's
effect.
a dangerous sign for us.
Alright, so TJ's out of frame, so I can only assume that he's digging through his drawers. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, he was just twerking.
Oh, damn, I missed it.
Well, you know.
I'm sorry Guillermo took so long to fall asleep, guys. Yeah. I missed the opportunity to see TJ twerk.
Well, it's okay. You can always watch it back, maybe, if it was caught on one of the, maybe in the reflection of John's glasses.
Oh, Rudy.
We all know that he was...
Enhance!
We all know he was looking. I'm sorry.
Good for you, John.
God damn it. I never saw TJ again. Anyway.
I've been mostly looking at Deep Magic Volume 2. I never took the time to look at my 7 double spells for Deep Magic Volume 1. This seems kind of fun.
Just stay invisible.
Here, let John read it. It seems thematically appropriate for more, right? Like,
Yeah, it does.
Just like... I'll give you a little teaser, TJ, in case I use it on you at some point.
Oh yeah, just if it happens.
A little teaser. I found a spell on Deep Magic 1 called Death God's Touch. And I was like, oh, yeah, huh. Alright, why doesn't more just have that?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I don't think it's like super duper busted, because like, you know, but it's certainly interesting.
I'm picturing like Rogue from the X-Men.
God, it's been so long. Just like an actual like explore. Oh, good old fashioned. What it should be. We've had so many giant battles lately.
Just looking for a classic.
I go in here. I explore this fucking place. What's in there? Bullshit? I don't know.
Treasure? Maybe.
Danger?
Bugs, absolutely.
Most likely.
Most likely.
Trash? Yes.
In this case, yes. Lots and lots of trash. So, just to try and see if there's anybody else nearby, I'm going to use my knowledge ping to find out who is the most knowledgeable about this place.
What is your range on that?
I believe it is 60 feet. Let me double check on that.
I don't think one would use this spell, but this also is kind of ridiculous.
Yes, 60 feet.
Seems like a spell for a boss fight, not a player.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a spell for a player. That's a spell for TJ.
I'll find it.
You missed your chance to use it. Well, here, I'll just read it off while you're setting it up. It's a 7th level spell from Deep Magic called Curse of the Grave. Range of 120 feet, duration until dispelled. You tap your connection to death to curse a humanoid, making the grim pull of death stronger on that creature's soul. Choose one humanoid creature you can see within range. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or become cursed. A remove curse spell or similar magical effects ends this curse. While cursed in this way, the target suffers from the following effects. Now this is why I say this is a spell for a dungeon master. The target fails death saving throws on any roll but a 20.
Oh.
If the target dies while cursed, it rises 1 round later as a vampire spawn under your control. It is no longer cursed. The target, and then it's just a vampire spawn, blah, blah, blah. You get to make some wisdom saves, and then you're not quite under its control, but you're still a spawn.
You're now a vampire.
I can think of a perfect person to use that on.
Yeah. Good lord. It's a good thing that Mark can just kill anybody and turn him into a vampire. For fun.
Do they only get a certain amount of wisdom saving throws, and if they fail, then they're just under your control forever?
I stopped reading. I don't know.
Or are they only under your control for a certain amount of time?
Sorry, I just want to make sure I have all the outside stuff.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys...
I'm having fun with this.
Say what?
I'm just having fun looking at these spells. Like, this isn't a 7th level spell.
I need to find one. It's a 2nd level. It's freaking ridiculous. It is, to me, almost a better counterspell.
Yeah. I'm looking in Deep Magic while you... Oh, you have the double pack. Alright. Fine.
Break it down.
Alright, so where are we entering from?
Over... I guess it depends. Wherever you guys can try to approach town, wherever you think is the best option for you. Feel free to talk it over. Let me see if I can. So I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna set like approximate, like building.
Yeah.
You see
Power
basically.
word rebound.
I love the amount of power words that they've added.
Yeah, it's a nice, fun little weird touch.
It never got to happen, but just because of how quickly Blissmas went down, how suddenly, I really had in my head a vision of when she gets low, Mort uses power word meal on her and just has a great conversation. But alas, we'll leave power word. So. Stuff.
Okay. I think I've scratched my brain.
Yeah, that's just
Enough of that.
okay.
What are we at? Okay.
Why? It's like a little spell.
It's like a 7th level spell.
Yeah. Like maybe fifth. Fifth feels like a good
Medium ground.
good medium ground. Like it's better than counterspell.
Yeah. Alright, who brought the raid? No one? We forgot it, damn it. Alright, back on the boat.
The raid?
Raid.
The
Need to
bug
kill the
spray
bugs.
rage.
Oh. Well, we do have the poison spray cantrip.
That's true.
Alright, toss it off into the village.
Mhm.
Oh, go on. No.
So where do you guys feel like you would like to enter from?
Looks
Wait.
like we all put our players
Yeah.
down
Right there? Okay,
Yeah.
so
Who knows where Mort lives?
Right there.
Where? Oh, I didn't see him behind Talani's giant muscles.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my muscles make a better doors and window.
Yeah. My massive frame, too.
Yeah.
alright. So before you guys, you see a number of settlements, houses in various amounts of disarray. Just a pile of detritus.
Talani pukes again.
Are you okay? Do you need to get
No,
help?
it's disgusting.
Okay.
Does anyone have any ginger candies or Dramamine?
I have some Werthers.
Butterscotch? Again?
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, they're good.
I guess it's better than nothing. Okay, yeah, fine.
Here you go.
Tawny pops her mouth and pukes again.
That was a waste of a good
Thank you for
Werther.
trying.
So I used my knowledge ping, which is 60 feet, to see if there's anyone, just to see if there's anyone nearby
That knows more.
that knows more than we do. Because obviously, if I ping one of us, then
I don't know. We did get a nat 20 on the history check.
You ping below. What? which would feel very appropriate for cockroaches. So you pick.
So Cassidy, you pick up somebody in that building closest to you right there.
There?
Yep. Nope, that's in that one right there.
Oh, that one over there.
Yep.
Right, and so then I tell the group, okay, so there's somebody in that building, but like for all we know, it could be just like civilians just hiding because they don't know who we are. So
Yeah.
but
Yep.
they're
When am I supposed to say hello?
well, we don't know who it is, so let's just keep our guard up.
Police.
Okay.
Knock knock.
Should I cast Hold Person again? Or it says very loudly through the door.
We come bearing cookies. I take out my cookie tray.
All right, Braddock. As you knock, the door opens.
I'm coming in.
Again, if you are amenable, I have cookies.
How far away were they when I pinged them?
They were like here,
Okay.
and Braddock, you. I'm wrong. But we're in the house now.
We're in the house.
Oh yeah, so you still would have. You pinged them like on the second floor. Right. So Braddock, once you come inside, you see again the house. Things are just cast about. And could I get a perception check as you guys walk in through the door?
Is it perception?
Yes, sir.
25.
22.
21.
All right.
Sorry, guys, to disappoint you.
Damn.
Get out.
Jelani,
Yeah.
perception check.
What's up?
Perception check.
Perception check. Not great. Perception. Oh, that's a 15. My proficiency bonus is doing a lot of work there.
As you guys come into this place, you're looking around, but you do hear, all of you kind of hear something shuffle and kind of like fall off. You hear something like bump into some object and something fall over upstairs. This place is just askew with things tossed and turned. But what do you do? The place is yours to explore.
I let the rest of the group know the ping I was getting was coming up from the second floor.
We also just heard something, which, thank you for that. Yeah, great.
Come on, deputy.
I'm trying.
Is in this various piles of trash, is there like, I don't know, like a wooden rod or something?
Investigation!
Or like a broken table leg?
Yeah, give me an
I think
investigation.
we're just good to go Right.
Trash.
If it's gonna come to blows, it's gonna come to
Investigate.
blows. But if it's a person who we're not need to be,
Thick.
don't need to be hostile with, I can just.
I could have
show
lied.
emotions.
It's thick, though.
With the like straight up with a diamond.
Your immediate, as you're looking for something useful, you kind of like, your nose catches a familiar scent, and you're sort of pushing about, and you, grab a table that you think you're about to snap a leg off of, and you kind of jump and let go for a moment as you pull off and find body of an elven couple, throats totally ripped open, just like holding on to each other, completely bled out underneath the table.
Oh, what the fuck?
Investigating.
Motherfucker.
Investigation on the bodies to determine.
I'm upstairs. I was already going.
But you said that there was like their throats were slit.
Is this the fuck moose?
Yes, it is the fuck
I think
moose.
so.
You said that their throats were slit.
Their throats were slit.
Investigation to examine the cut to try and see if it was just a regular weapon or if there is some magic involved.
The magic is cutting the carotid artery.
Well, you never know.
The magic
I am some magic.
is in the wrist motion.
So, investigation on that to examine the cut.
Sure.
That's a 30.
Okay, the cut looks like it's not so much of a cut as it looks like it was ripped open.
Hold on. It may be time Mort to do something cool that I have not done.
I believe in you, Mort.
Does any of this look familiar to how the deer was desecrated, or?
This ooh, good question. It does not look like it shares any similarities. However, you are immediately distracted by the.
That was not an Elon. That was a regular hand race.
This is when you cross the other arm.
Jeremy of everybody at this table.
The one you have to be least concerned about.
Yeah.
What are we gonna strike about?
As the resident German, you're fine.
Thank
I
goodness.
understood it was not.
Yep, I'm German too.
Actually, Talani or Liz.
Alright, you gotta see it
I
calm
was
all
the
that
resident
down.
Germans.
We're getting too
What's that?
diverse here.
I was like, there's a couple resident Germans at this table. We understood what you were doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that's why.
I missed.
I want you to go home and think about that tonight.
Okay.
So we are.
I'm upstairs.
So I get to, as I'm investigating.
As
the
you are
cuts,
investigating,
distracted by.
you are distracted by a breakout number of putting on the Ritz. By
Oh,
no, Cassie. So Talani's looking
Several
at the couple.
cockroaches come out of the upstairs.
What the heck? And then we'll take a potty break.
Oh,
As this next thing happens.
I'm assuming.
Mort's already in there. Crawling out from the garbage everywhere are a bunch of giant cockroaches. You know, they're like the size of a corgi. Yeah, that's a giant cockroach in my eyes.
Okay.
And please.
yeah.
As well as from the corpses of the elven couple,
Ah!
Shoot. I was about to do something to the corpses of the elven couple.
Lord.
What?
I know you didn't mean it that way, but phrasing. Also,
I cast Charm Corpse. No.
Why does it look so good? That's so weird. Warren, you should be a mortician. Oh my god!
we will.
The naming scheme. All. Now you guys know I named my character more.
Lastly, out of the bodies of the elven couple, you see the them kind of writhe, and then out of the stomach rips.
Face still intact?
I mean,
the cockroaches
yes.
has the face of
Okay.
people.
Oh, like in The Mummy when he burps out all the locusts.
That's how the giant cockroaches came out. This kind of chest bursts from its body, its torso.
Okay, so alien.
Okay.
But Braddock, you will also see, and this is where we will pause, is a large cockroach-like creature hulking over. Is there an under? There's a small gnome on here. I don't have any kid miniatures.
It's not a gnome, but what about this little thing? Or if you want a kid miniature.
Yeah, perfect. You see an elven child holding like a kitchen knife at this thing. It's just and we'll pause there and then roll initiative when we come back. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
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 I have an idea for. Apple Arcade.
Yeah, I think so.
It's free on Apple Arcade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Oh boy! Down in that house right there. Time to get us
Guys,
some
I'm getting
cockroaches.
word that we are being sued.
The exact plot of Kingdom Hearts, by the way.
With everything going on, I think they've got more things to worry about.
No, they don't.
Oh, right, it's
No.
Disney. No, they don't.
No, the mouse has lawyers for this exact reason.
So, rolling for initiative?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's a thing we can do.
Wait.
Man, I'm so glad that I got this item that gives me advantage on initiative.
I got a 21.
Ooh. I got a
23.
Damn it.
17.
6. I rolled a 3 and a 4. Thank goodness I have
Nice.
advantage on initiative.
That happened last week too.
Yep. Like, I was like, cool, maybe I won't always go at the end of the turn order now, and I can apply my buffs to people for the first round.
No.
Just
Nope.
kidding. Like,
23, Braddock, 17, Cass, 6.
6. I like to think that Servia saw the garbage, was like, ew, stayed on the skipper.
Yeah, we're gonna go explore. We're gonna go check things out. It's gonna you have fun.
Bye,
Beach
Judy.
episode. It literally cuts to them over on a beach. Ron just like, maybe we should go. How about shut up?
No,
You're my ride
the
back.
opening scene from How to Train Your Dragon 2, just
They're trying to tan, but it's so cold.
All right, Braddock, you're up first.
Not me. That was
So-
fair.
Sorry.
You got a giant cockroach trying to kill
Yeah.
a kid.
Yep. I was just looking to see if there's any more enemies besides that one.
Give me a quick perception.
$22.
It looks like this is the only thing in this room.
Okay.
Though you do definitely notice with that 22 now, there's what you thought were shadows. It's not just shadows. Like, there are, like, actual regular-sized roaches everywhere.
Somehow more disgusting to me than the big ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just going to ask for mechanics' sake. If I get into flanking position, will I be caused to have flanking on the bug?
No, because
Okay.
they're not actively fighting.
Did not know. So. Alright, here we go.
Didn't you say he's holding like a knife or whatever, though?
Yeah. First attack, I don't. Well, I don't know its AC yet, so I will declare Great Weapon. So that will.
Actually,
be...
you know what? You would have advantage.
Would you like this?
He is holding out a knife.
Yeah,
Technically.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
sorry,
better.
the cockroach is holding a knife?
No. The
Fuck you,
elven
kid!
Like,
The monkey's his uncle?
24 to hit.
That hits.
Not big.
Close your eyes, kid. I've seen worse.
The kid is holding the knife.
The kid is holding the knife, yes.
32
Okay.
damage.
I thought we were
Okay.
fighting a giant cockroach holding a knife.
You,
That'd be sick.
like,
Discord,
shoved into the carapace. Just, like,
Discord's audio isn't great all the time.
That's a Digimon.
Second attack.
When you're a roach, you're a roach all the way.
With the great weapon again, it would be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Is that a 1? That is a 1. 7, 11, 7, 14, 30 points of damage.
Nice.
3 of it fire if it matters at all.
No.
Third attack. That one is cocked. 20 to hit.
That hits.
$34 points of damage.
All right. You swing down and you, like, kind of cleave into the back, and this thing's tough. Like, you feel the carapace is like, this isn't going to be a one and done hit creature, but you eventually, like, find a weak spot and you swink right off at one of the elbows, and it's, you know, screeching, spraying around like a Japanese horror movie.
Okay. But it is mechanically still alive.
It's alive.
Okay.
It's just you cut one of its 6 arms off.
Okay, I'm going to look at the kid and just be like, just hold on, buddy. We're going to make sure you're out of this action surge because it's a freaking child. Nat 20.
All right.
Actually, it would be these dice. $46 points of damage.
All right.
Another crit
All right.
with a natural 19. $31 points of damage.
Okay.
Come on, little buddy.
Do we need a trade?
Nat 20 again.
All right.
Ooh!
I would have liked to have said double nat 20, but I had to. Would have been nice. 10, 18, 36. So that would be 52 points of damage.
All right. And you, the kid, like, sees this thing, a flash of silver, and then it goes. And it's still like slashing around, clipping, clapping, but it's,
Yeah.
the legs tip over.
Okay. Kid, just hold on. Just hold on. We're going to wipe out the cockroaches. I'm going to go down here.
Okay.
However, I can somehow balance. And because they are that close to each other, I can activate Cleave. I will attack.
Don't they have to be within the first swipe of the hit? Because the idea of cleave is like you're swinging through.
Shift to those two then.
Well, I mean, like, what's the wording on cleave?
Cleaving is a bonus action that I can take where if two enemies are adjacent to each other, I can attack and bounce between, essentially.
I thought it was...
The wording of the cleave on the one thing is funky. As long as two enemies are within, I can take attacks.
Okay, I gotta say that because the way cleave works is you're literally swinging through to cleave through them. They have to be within... That's how we've always had you
Okay,
guys.
so I will have to take a new feat then. Because that negates how
Purpose.
that entire feat
Works
reads
for you.
in
Okay.
the way
Yeah.
it is worded.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Is that in TOV or is that like a GM binder?
That's one of the GM binder things.
Okay. at you guys. It's not your fault. Not you, I'm talking to them. Because I know they're watching.
Alright, that'll be my turn then. That will be Sermia will have to take a move feat as well.
You guys see Braddock go up, hear a kid scream, hear Braddock hit something really hard, and then come down covered in some sort of viscera with no kid. Talani, it's your turn.
I took care of the kid situation, guys. Don't worry about it.
Did you kill the kid?
No.
Oh my god.
I killed the cockroach.
Braddock.
So, are there more cockroaches?
Yes, there's
Oh, there are
two,
so many more cockroaches.
there's two bigger ones in front of you that are about the size of like middle schoolers, and they're kind of they're humanoid, mildly, and then there's about 6 corgi-sized ones running around, as well as thousands of regular-sized ones underneath everything.
Okay, I'm going to pick up the table.
Also covered in cockroaches, but go on.
All right. I pick up the table anyway. And bring it down on one of the middle schooler-sized ones.
Oh boy. Okay.
One of the middle schooler-sized ones is on the table.
Well, there's another. Yeah, you could. I mean, she can still do it if she
True.
wanted to.
I pick up the table. That's an improvised weapon. Oh, 15 on the die. Oh god. Math is hard. Math is hard today. 28 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
How heavy is the table?
It's a large. It's over 100.
It's a big old table. All right. All right. 2d10. That's fine roll. That's 23 damage.
All right. You smash and you actually like fling the one on top off, and one of the corgi ones, which like lands on the wall. But you do like kind of bop. But these things are hard, and it continues to keep like skittering.
Guys! I know how to defeat them. You have to take the heads off. And I want to attempt to grapple the one I just hit.
Okay.
He's a contested roll. Oh, it's not going to beat me. That's a 30. Oh, hold on. I get advantage.
Unless-
Just a second.
No, it didn't get a nat 20.
Yeah, that's a 30.
Yep, you got it.
Sorry, that's a 31.
Oh, who's cocky now?
31 to grapple. And I want to... it's not really a listed move. So I suppose it would be like an unarmed attack. Although these arms are guns. I want to attempt to like rip its head off. I want to attempt to like snap its neck. Will you allow it?
He's thinking.
Yes. What I'll say is...
I can use that.
Yeah. It's insane.
I haven't. I don't think he will.
Just do that at the end of a battle.
You have to roll half or higher of its remaining hit points to attack. Or to damage. I'm sorry.
Sorry, listen.
Okay.
So roll the attack to see if you manage to start hurting it. Because he's grappled. Now try to like hit him more or less with it.
Okay.
And then roll damage to see how much you do. If you deal... I'm going to tell you, he's got pretty full fucking hit points. But if you manage to do enough, you know, you'll snap his neck. If not, you'll still hurt him.
Okay. I probably won't be able to achieve it, but I did get a 28 for the attack.
All right, that hits. Jesus.
Not great damage. It's only 16.
Okay. You do feel some of like the armor cracking, but the head does not come off.
Fair enough. I want to do a free claw attack now.
Give it, girl.
Yeah.
This is such a good...
Or wait, hold on. I think it's slap. But hold on. Yeah, I think it's slap, but we can but we flavored it for me as claw. All right. That is a 24 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Okay.
And that's regular, so that's another unarmed damage. Oh, that's better.
Fourth level concentration of no duration.
13
Concentration, no duration.
plus. So that's a 19 bludgeoning.
Okay. It looks a little bit kind of dazed, but still hanging in there.
I'm still up.
Now it is all of the roaches' turn.
Yay.
I know. All right. The two that were attacking you, Talani, one is going to skitter at you.
Ah!
Oh, that's a miss.
Disgusting.
Ooh, no, that's gonna be a hit though. It comes in and it's like just a flail of claws, and a bite comes through and manages to strike. It deals 7 piercing damage, and then I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
What was the attack?
A bite.
I mean, sorry, what did you roll?
Oh,
Save.
26.
Okay, yeah, that hit. Save. That's pretty good. That's a 27 to save.
All right. You only take hold on. 3 poison damage and not deal with anything else yet.
Okay, so that's 10 total.
Yes. Okay.
Ow, that's really rude. I'm only trying to tear your head off.
Other one. Is going to come in. Talani, does a 21 hit you?
It does.
Okay.
Yay.
Talani, if you add +2, does it?
It would match.
Okay, so it would still hit. Because you are within 10
Yeah,
feet
the
of...
DJ's rules, yeah.
You are within 10 feet of Braddock, so you are benefiting from a +2 to AC.
Okay. Well, so it would be a 21 then, so it would still hit me.
Alright, you will take 16 piercing damage as another bite comes through. And then it is going to try and skitter around, and it looks like it has these little pincers on its ass, and it tries to pinch your butt.
Ooh, my goodness.
That's going to be, well, if a 21 hit, 25 is going to hit.
Pinch your butt.
That's another 21.
It was 25.
Okay. Don't touch my butt!
11 piercing damage, and roll me another con save.
Okay.
Con save. For
Oh, that's a
what?
19 on the die.
Okay.
Alright. This feels like it's a stronger dosage, but you still manage to repel it. You're only going to take 5 poison damage.
Okay.
And now it's all of
What did you say before? Sorry, what would you say before the 5 damage? Was it 16?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Let me see here. Now the roaches. Braddock, 3 are going to swarm up to you. Oh, those are... What's your AC right now, Braddock?
28.
Okay, so even that one will miss. So Braddock, there's like 4 of them just, and like hundreds of little ones are just crawling up you, and you can feel them like starting to get in the crevices. And the big ones are like, and you just like bat one away, bat another away, and a third one like reaches up and is like standing up to almost challenge you, and you like bash it away with your whatever you're holding. I imagine your maul in your hand, and it just like kind of backs away, and they all readjust. You're like Chris Pratt in the Jurassic Park movies, but with giant cockroaches and your hammer right now. But they're all hissing at you. As another one, sorry. 2 over here. I thought I counted right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yes, 2 on Cassidy.
I forgot to use body shield again.
What's your AC, Cassidy?
With Braddock in front of me, that's a 25.
Okay, that's a miss still. And that's a miss still too. So they both like, and you're like, and so you guys just are surrounded by these things right now. That is their turn. Cassidy, it's your turn. Mort, you're on deck.
All right, I'm just let's see. I'm just going to attack the one closest to me. And
Give it a little kiss. A little 5-finger kiss.
that is going to be a 28 to hit.
That hits.
That is going to be 13 bludgeoning and 4 force.
Oh,
I don't know if force matters, but
it explodes.
all right. I'm going to attack the next one closest to me.
I should keep these
23.
nearby. That hits.
Eight bludgeoning, 5 force.
All right, you like punch a hole straight through it, but it's still like trying to grasp onto you.
Okay. Again, that is going to be a 21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
13 bludgeoning, 8 force.
And with that, it explodes.
And then bonus action attack, next one closest to me. Ooh, that was almost a nat 20, but 28 to hit.
That hits. 4 attacks.
Yes, because I get 3 attacks for my main action because of a feat I took, and then I also get an attack with my bonus action because of dual
You punch
wielding.
real fast.
Yep. Um, 15 bludgeoning, 8 force.
You, Braddock, as you're like batting them aside, Cassidy just like Superman punches like past you and just punches a roach in the face like it's a goddamn Nazi, and it explodes.
Good job,
Yeah.
deputy.
Yeah.
I think some of that werewolf strength is affecting me somehow.
It's like
Something about that last punch was just damn good.
it's like real.
Yeah, it felt good.
It's like real Mercier again. We got a punch in friend.
Thank you, rest in
Jeez.
Is
All right. Is that the end of your turn, Cassidy?
What else do we have?
There's 2 more next to Braddock.
Okay. I am going to just move around to at least get in a flanking position.
Okay.
So that if that guy still survives, that at least Braddock will have flanking on the next round.
All right.
And that'll be it for me.
Mort, it's your turn.
Great. I aim at my feet and cast just a regular first level guiding bolt. 13.
That hits.
That's what, 46 for guiding bolt? Is that right? Do I remember that? Probably pull it up. Oh, there's just a button I can hit to bring my spells. Guiding bolt. Yeah, 46. So good. That is 7 damage.
Nice.
It's a first level spell, so it's not that deep. It's also to give whoever attacks at next advantage, at least the physical attack.
Yes, Braddock needs
Toll the
that.
Dead.
Toll the Dead?
Toll the Dead is my bonus action. That's the other reason. Because he has damage now.
Well,
Does he pass a DC 22?
despite actually rolling fairly well, it may shock you that this CR 0 creature does not have that high of a con save.
Great. 23 more damage, which was more than my spell slot.
It literally withers into a husk of a shell. Just disintegrates into leg curl up and everything.
What? That's disgusting.
And now there's just these little guys left.
I don't like bugs.
I
use my movement to do a backflip, and it's just a standing backflip.
Acrobatics.
I'm prone. No, 7.
Yep, you're.
you land in a pile of cockroaches.
Yeah, you've got bugs all
Oh
over.
god, I was really feeling myself for a second. Oh, it's in my cloak.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. You're gonna feel this sensation for a while now.
Oh no.
Okay. At this point, the kid is going to come over here. Carefully go by, and he's going to get down to here. And he's going to look down and he's going to go, Mom, Dad. And that's going to be.
Weren't the corpses on the table that Talati flipped?
It was.
I thought they were under the table.
I mean, they're kind of.
Oh.
Exploded. They're kind of burst.
Oh yeah, because the bugs came out
they
of
were
them.
coming out of them. Let's see. We're back at the top of the turn order with Braddock.
Everyone's favorite modder.
So you have advantage on the next attack roll?
Fantastic. It's these two.
Yep, just those two.
Okay. I'll attack the one between me and me and Cassidy. That's a D12.
I looked over. I was like, wait
What?
a second.
Wait a minute.
It's not much better.
Dang, man.
With great weapon on a regular cockroach, I got a 10.
That's a miss.
All right, let's. Come on, let's.
It's like crawling
You son
up
of
the
a bitch.
blade at you. It's like when the spider crawls up the broomstick.
Yeah, second attack. Okay, that's an 18 and a 13. Second attack is going to be a 25.
Yeah, that hits.
Easy.
And that is one thing I gotta give spiders, is some of those motherfuckers are fearless. Like, if you're trying to sweep at them, some of them are like, oh yeah! They just call, oh man,
You wanna go?
They call my bluff every time. Every time. I'm like, no!
I do not want to go.
No!
35 damage.
Alright, you slice off one of its arms, and they're both like,
Dead, alive.
alive.
Okay, second attack. Third attack, I should say. That will be a 20 to hit.
That hits.
27 points of damage.
You skewer it through, but just like the other one, you notice that, like, these things, despite dealing what would normally be mortal wounds on other creatures, kind of like regular cockroaches, they just are like, oh yeah, like, and he's like pulling it, and he's like pulling himself towards the blade, like trying to get closer to you. Got it. It's just a bit. It's just whackable for a minute. Yeah.
It's just in the background of every scene.
Is that your turn, Braddock?
Yeah.
All right, Talani, it's your turn.
I'm not wasting my.
It's my turn. Okay. So the guy that I was grappling is dead, correct?
The guy that she was grappling is dead?
He is... Nope, he's still alive.
Oh, it's still alive.
Yes.
Great.
He's the one who bit you.
Yeah, I forgot to do my body shield last time, and I feel very, very silly about it, because he could have taken that damage.
He really could have.
But I won't be making that mistake again.
Because in both
so I'm going to attempt to, like, wrench him again.
Yes. Righteous.
Yes. 13 on the die, so that's a 26 to hit.
That hits. I so want this to...
This.
Oh! 8, 13. That's 21 damage.
Hold on, let me look at
21.
Hold on, let me consult my papers here. we're down to the like Ron with the arrows number.
So
I mean, fuck it. At this point, it's totally cool. It's not a boss. You're like
Think about it
6
this way.
damage away.
attach
I
it
say we let it happen.
to
Okay.
the boss.
That's so much better.
and
as
if he has a minion,
you feel
You
it.
see, guys, you
A
have
small
to
minion with
tear their heads off. That's the only way you can kill the cockroaches. And his head pops off, and it's horrifying.
Yeah. That's silly.
I got the minion boss.
And then I take the head rolls away, and I take the body, and I bring it down, or attempt to bring it down, to smash one of the corgi-sized roaches. For a... Oh my god, that's a 19 on the die.
Woo!
Do you get a critical hit on the 19?
No, I don't, unfortunately.
We have to give this one improved critical.
That's going to be what the next feat I take. So that hits.
Yeah, absolutely. As that creature's body splatters, roll the damage for a medium-sized creature.
For a medium size.
No.
That's 2d8.
Yeah, medium. It's like riding that line. Like Johnny Cash.
Well, that's two-handed medium, so I'll put 2d6. Alright. 5 plus 15. That's 18 damage.
All right, and Talani comes down, and it looks up, and they both, and you don't know where the one that she was holding starts, and the other one ends, and the other one begins. We're out of combat.
Woo!
That's all of them?
Yep.
All of them?
The corpses are mostly intact still, right?
Yes.
More to
yeah.
Do they still have a face?
Yeah, but you can see that a lot of the features have actually kind of been eaten by the bugs.
Oof. Okay. How long does it look like they've been there? Would that be a medicine check?
Maybe like, yeah.
23.
It looks like it's maybe been like 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
but 2 or 3 days with these bugs eating away at it. So they're kind of like, as you look, you can see that they're actually like sallow and sunken in, and you got to imagine that the insides are pretty hollow.
Okay. But they do have
Right. Okay.
a mostly constricted face.
Yeah, but there's no tongue.
There's a mouth.
So
Yes.
Talani is gonna prestidigitate herself to get some of this bug viscera off, and then I'm going to put my body between the kid and its emaciated parents.
Hey, buddy, we're gonna get you to a safe place.
Hi,
Hold on.
what's going on? Oh, I need you guys to give me a persuasion to keep the kid calm.
Can I cast Calm Emotions with my magical diamond artifact?
Fucking fine.
Okay.
So
That's a
Yeah,
21
still
in persuasion.
for the two trying to the babysitters.
Braddock, he has a +1 in there. Braddock will get a 20 bastard.
They're kind of like, they kind of like take a breath and look around, and there's this kind of like look in their eye that even though they're young, maybe like 9 max, there's this look in their eyes like, I think I know. So they're like, okay, and they put their hand out to whoever's going to take them.
Wait. Take
I'll take their hand.
Take the kid's hand. Don't go too far yet. With Tales of the Valiant, I have a separate set of ritual spells, so Mort is going to cast Speak with Dead.
Okay.
As a ritual?
It would probably be upsetting for the child. I'm going to go to a different room.
Yeah, we're going to go, we're going to go outside.
Okay.
One of the questions
Alright, go outside.
ask is if the
I
parents
offered
had any
the
final
child
words
some
for the
cookies.
kiddo.
Most of what?
I wanted to ask, one of the questions I wanted to ask is if the parents, or at least whatever parent I'm speaking to, had any final words for the kiddo to at least give him some type
Yeah.
of closure.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's like watching his parents' corpses talk would probably be upsetting.
yeah,
So
yeah, but I want them to at least be able to hear. I know you said they don't have a tongue. Cassidy, can you make them a tongue?
I mean, I don't know if my boon would...
Cassidy, I have a better idea. Are you able to, like, major image, like... Is there a photo of these kids' parents around here?
Give me an investigation.
yeah, investigation.
what's a photo?
Look at this photograph!
More
Every time I do
laughs.
it makes
Investigation, that
It's a
is...
whopping 10.
27.
So Braddock, as you're looking around, this place is, you're kind of taken in by, you're not sure if the rest of the houses are like this, but this place is eaten up. And not, not everything, like there's some books, there's some things, but for the most part, like everything's infested. Like even though you guys prestidigitated or tried to get some of these bugs off of you, there's still like, you're going to need to shower a lot and kind of hold your metal over the
I'm
fire.
gonna bleach my body.
Yeah, it's gonna take more than just magic. It's gonna take some good old-fashioned scrubbing to make
And
sure
therapy.
yeah, therapy to get the imaginary bugs off too. The
I'm
invisible
not
ones.
sleeping for the next month.
Yeah, pretty much.
The horrors persist, but so do I.
Yep, exactly. That's more
Tremble.
So, before we get to you guys, in their Cassidy, you do manage to find a photo. Kind of looking around, you find push underneath stuff while Braddock's kind of like holy Toledo, wherever that place is. Just looking at all of the destruction that these little creatures have caused. You manage to push up some of the books that have fallen over on the bookshelf, and you find it underneath some stuff, like a photo.
Mm-hmm.
Good old-fashioned sepia tone.
Yep.
Found one.
So, what are we doing with this?
Talani is offering cookies to the child outside.
Would you like to, can you, major image, the parents?
I only have access to cantrip spells.
What the
That's not in his wheelhouse anymore.
Yeah, I don't have a lot in the way of illusion spells.
You need a bard for that. Or a sorcerer.
I wonder where Serbia is. Just cuts to her on a beach.
Cutting trees down.
So cool.
Just the palm trees. It's fine. Just, I guess we can ask the kid what he wants to do. If he wants to just hear, or if he wants to stand with us.
Checking to see if, like, because Braddock does have weird things with the runes. I'm just looking for the.
I mean,
Wait,
I don't know if
magic
using
is
my
in
boon
volume
on
1.
corpses would regenerate the missing parts, but
Well, it doesn't, like, kill or. I see what you're saying.
So your ritual is done, Ward. Your light is prepared.
Okay.
How exactly does Speak with Their Word? You get 3 questions?
5 questions.
5 questions.
The specific wording is...
Weirdly enough, I can do Speak with Dead too.
I was gonna say, some of the runes give you weird, like, once per day uses.
Yeah.
The specific wording is until the spell ends, you can ask up to 5 questions of the corpse. The corpse only knows what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer. If you are hostile to it, or if it recognizes you as its enemy, blah blah blah. The corpse cannot learn new information, does not comprehend anything that has happened since it died, and cannot speculate about future events.
Cool. Alright. Thank you.
Great.
Thanks for the improv game rules. I'm ready.
Yeah. Let's start with the easy one. How did you die?
As you say that, you guys see Mort, right? Like, put his hands and this light, it's like it's, I mean, just like the luminescent on the computers and stuff, but it shifts through the colors of yellow to blue to green, kind of going through all of these, lighting up through it. And as he asked the first question, the mother and this like the head tilts down into the dark, like, black socket. You see this tiny little, like, blue spark light, and then this little blue flame, like, light, dark in a darkness that looks like it's deeper than the skull goes back of the creature. But it kind of looks at you, and it says,
They came in great numbers with their lord.
Okay, that's good. I guess asking if we knew where the Lord went would probably count as speculating as a future event. So we can brainstorm the questions we ask before we actually ask them. What happened before you were killed? I guess let me try to rephrase that if that's okay with you, to kind of more precisely word that.
I'll allow it.
Thank you.
We won't play that game.
Yeah.
Such a weird thing to say to a corpse. Also, I can't believe you'd use that as a question.
I had it for a second and it left me because I'm tired.
What happened before you died?
Yeah, what happened before you died was what I asked. I had a better
How
way
did
of
you want to
wording
rephrase
it.
that?
Were there any signs of the impending danger outside of, the creatures arriving?
So many bugs, so many roaches. First in the corners, then underneath everything. So many
so many.
Okay. We'll do ideas from you guys as well.
Any last words to your child?
Well, that's going to be the 5th question.
Okay.
So we have
Alright.
2 more questions that we can ask to get information.
Yeah. How? Let's try and find out if there were like any, like non.
Are there
Cock-
any other families in town we need to check on?
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. I was gonna say, were there any when the cockroaches arrived? Were there any other non-cockroaches that were involved in this attack?
Well, they mentioned their lord was there, so I think that would be
Oh,
the
okay.
big one. Who else in town
Where's
should we
the
check
grotto in this town?
Uh-huh.
So what's the question?
on? Who else in town should we check on?
This is when the skeleton gets catty.
Families, homes, loved ones, screams in the night, silences, unknown.
Don't worry about the Johnsons.
Okay. Question 4. Have you heard of anything called a grotto within a mile of here? Let's say within 5 miles.
As that happens, the flame actually like turns and shifts to you, and it goes,
Looking where you don't belong, boy.
Oh shit.
Okay. Can I roll some kind of insight check to see if I can determine who that might have been?
Isn't that the wheelchair? The
Shit.
I'm gonna gift of luck this. 21.
It's hard. It's hard to place the voice right now. You weren't necessarily expecting that to come out, but someone, at least for a moment, seems to have hijacked.
Can Cassidy roll an inside check?
Sure.
To see if he can identify the voice? Oh, and 19. That's gonna be 23.
Sounds like a distorted, raspy voice.
Man, I would love to follow up on that, but I don't want to do wrong by the kid.
The eye immediately after it says that goes back to like off to the middle distance.
Yeah. I will ask, do you have any last words for your child?
And when you say that, it kind of like perks up for a second. Flee. Safety. The elm. The elm.
The elm.
We should ask the kid about the elm. I really wish it was something more heartfelt than that. Jeez. But I think you know that your mother loved you very much. If her final thoughts were she wanted you to flee and get to safety. Hi. I know it's not easy. It's never really going to get easier. I also lost my parents around your age, which is not great, but, you know, hey, maybe you'll turn out like me? Mort says, looking completely disheveled, bags under his eyes after banishing a werewolf in the middle of the night with one arm.
As that happens, the kid goes, Can we go? Can you get me out of here?
Yep, let's go, little buddy.
I didn't go further than I wanted to.
As
What's your
we're
name, friend?
as we're walking, I'm gonna use my goggles just to check and see if there's any magic coming off of this kid.
Check for some sweet, sweet loot in the cabin. I'm kidding.
X-ray vision.
There's nothing coming off.
Never loot on the kid.
You guys, do you go back to the boat?
Braddock will take the kid back to the ship.
Okay, do you guys leave him? Do you escort him back to the beach at least?
We should ask him about the elm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take him to the boat and introduce him to Christopher.
Okay.
When I use my goggles to see if there's any magic coming off of him.
There's nothing.
Nothing.
Hey,
Okay.
kid, buddy.
What?
Your parents, we kind of asked them a couple, we have some...
They're alive?
No. We have some
Oh.
weird magic.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
I did ask the kid if they wanted to be an earshot. I did tell the kid what I was going to do.
Okay.
Your mother said, she loves you and that she wanted you to be safe and get you away from all this. She also was saying something about an elm. Do you know anything about that?
There was a tree that Dad would always take me to when we would go out hunting. It's a little bit outside of town, somewhere we would always post up, and we had a little hole that we would sometimes leave messages to each other in.
We're going to make sure you get on the boat and you're going to stay safe, but do you mind kind of pointing in the general direction of where that is? We'd like to go see if there's any messages in there for you.
It's
How old is a kid roughly?
9.
9. But like an elf 9.
yes.
Okay.
He draws that.
Thank you, buddy. Oh, this is real good. Thank you.
And he kind of
He
like
held it up to the camera.
Why are you covering me? No. Really? No. No. Oh, that's good.
yes. What?
Hold on.
Thank you.
I'm like, is there a way I can do it?
Anyway.
Find a
I appreciate it.
somehow cover you up and everything.
Yeah, there's a delay on Discord versus Twitch, and so it took me a moment to see it. Thank you.
You find a rudimentary map. The kid says, The big bug man. He was holed up in the village elder's house. But
Okay.
I don't know if he's still there. I've been hiding in the house for a while with Mom and Dad, but they locked me in that room a few days ago, and I hadn't seen them. They just told me to stay in there, so they came and got me. And then that big bug came in, and
You were real brave holding him off. Good job. He's gone now. We're gonna make sure that the big bug boss man is taken care of.
That's very helpful information. What's your name?
Tylo.
That's very helpful information, Tylo. Thank you. What we're going to do is we're going to bring you back to our boat where we have other friends, and they're going to feed you and get you some clean clothes, and you can wash up if you want.
So many baths.
You can take a nap if you want, and then we're going to come back into town, and we're going to make sure that these bugs are gone. Okay?
Will you look for anyone else, please?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes.
If there are any other
Yes, we
survivors,
will be looking for others.
Okay. Be careful. They're everywhere. They hide all over the place. When it's dark out, they'll come out even more. So just be safe, okay?
Hey, we can make as much light as we need.
It's true.
So you guys eventually get across over on the boat, get him up there. Chrysitha's like, "Oh, my dear, what happened to you? Look at you, what happened?"
This poor kid was, Tylo here, was locked in a room for a couple days while the cockroaches infested the town, and his poor parents were...
And he was incredibly brave.
He was very
And
brave.
Tylo could really use some hot cocoa.
Oh, yes, Tylos, about what you said, Rogers. Oh, sweetie, just there, you're doing great, you're doing just great. Bren, Trem, dearies, would you fetch a bathtub and some water, and you just stay here away from all of the foodstuffs and the clothing and the sleeping areas. And
He starts slowly sliding offside. He's not moving at all. This is cockroaches moving.
They're carried.
right. Force cage.
I do try to, surreptitiously, prestidigitate him a little bit. At least his shoes.
Hey there.
Impenetrable orb. All right. Well, we can take care of this, but it sounds like...
Thank you, Christopher.
Of course, we're used to bringing in strays. That's what the SS Whatchamacallits all about, ain't it, Tom? But I did receive some correspondence while you were gone, and she gestures over, and a sight you haven't seen since the original model was evaporated in the Magra attack, but Ozymandias 2.0, Julian's little mechanical falcon that he had with him, is standing on the helm of the whatchamacallit, perched, just fluttering, and she holds up. Julian is trying to return to us post-haste. Says he has recovered some information on perhaps the whereabouts of this 6th journal that we all were talking about. So perhaps it'll be a few days. He's coming via smaller since we took his old form of transport. But
What do you mean? It's my ship.
well, I mean, he combined his old ship with it so that we could get the airship capabilities. So.
Yeah, my ship.
Yes.
I'm the
Wait,
captain.
we're good.
So
Ship.
my question is,
I like how we call
It's-
it she. No.
are you going to be heading back now? We've got about a couple more hours before night. Sermia and Ron are still running recon. Last we saw, they said that the island looks like it's more or less uninhabited from here. Mostly seems to be some sort of mountainscape. They did notice a lack of trees and just sea cliffs on the other side. Nothing necessarily strange.
I like a trees.
Just,
Does that sound about right, Tylo?
Yeah, it's... I know that they tell us not to, climb over by the mountains, but that's just because, there's animals over there, and, there's the pit. We're not supposed to, play over by that.
Like, tell us, what do you mean the pit? Is that
The
the...
pit?
It's where all the cool
It's a
kids
pit.
hang out.
Well, it's by the elm. And so I never really went by because, Dad was with me. But it's this place that the elders said we weren't supposed to go. They said there was bad stuff down there. I was barred off. Some real official people. And they point to you, Braddock, in your uniform. They're like, kind of like him, but even fancier. They came, and it was long. I remember maybe like two summers ago, and they came and they blocked it off, and there was a big feast for them, and they had paperwork and everything, and it was a big thing. And ever since then, there were some teenagers who would try and go in to be cool, but they kept disappearing, and so the elders told us to stop, and then those official folks came, and that's just like, we don't go. But since like Dad was with me, we like kind of broke the rules and like went like right up to the edge and looked in, but we never like went in.
Sounds pretty clearly like a grotto, right?
Yeah, that would kind of be a good hint.
Okay. We might have to actually
you, Tyler.
look into the pit ourselves, but if we find anything cool in there, we'll bring it back to you.
Oh, be careful! It's not safe.
Hey, neither are we.
Oh.
But
let's
we're
work
safe
on
people.
phrasing.
It's just
Yeah.
things that
You are safe
that
with
are trying to
us.
hurt people. We don't like.
We're kind of cool guys.
That is what my friend Mort is trying to say, right, Mort?
Me? Yes. Word for word. I couldn't have said it better myself.
All right.
I'm just glad I'm not the one making the socially awkward comments.
It's Cassidy's like, oh, this is what it feels like.
This is great, guys. Mort's saying something dumb. How now? Let's laugh at him. Shut up, Cassie.
So, we'll see who's with us next week. But we will open up. We'll close here with a little end of night button scene. We haven't had one of those in a while. As you guys approach, come back to town, and there's much more to explore. But the button scene, little text scrolls across our screen that says 1 month earlier. And it is a darkened room. You can see the sort of ambient luminance of arcane machines and runes about. When a little boing of light kind of rips in, and in steps Sariel and Estrella. And she says, "My lady, I know this was an eventful evening, but I am happy that we made it unscathed. And while it may take some time for our next preparations to take place, I'm happy to see that the Requiem has begun to unfold." And she bows, turns, and leaves the room. Sariel turns to her, and then as soon as Estrella leaves, the door shuts, and Sariel, collapses into the table. And she, lifts up her cloak, and you can see, similar to the dagger that was in Balthiel, there's one that's still in her. And she pulls it out. And you can see now that whatever she looked like before you guys, an illusion drops, and whatever she was facing with Balthiel, she was clearly way more fucked up than she let herself look on before you guys clashed blades.
Her Botox finally dissolved.
Yeah, her Botox finally dissolved, and she kind of looks at the wound, and it's
sagging.
very slowly starting to heal, but way slower. She looks kind of surprised by how slow it's healing, and she's like, "You bought some time, brother. But I'm patient, You've got all the time in the world now. Wait. And she kind of looks out onto like a urban hellscape, literally. Sit.
Oh, it's just Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, no, I was like, this isn't how I wanted it to be phrased.
It's true. It's true.
It's
Indiana.
a-
I'm thinking of Sonic 06.
It's Has-Been
No, it's
Hotel.
Gary,
It's
Indiana.
hell. It's like he looks out onto hell, or she looks out onto hell. Like, and yet on the same note, you can see off in the distance, like in the sky, like an archway open with bright white light coming through, and she kind of smiles and nods. You can see there's like a map on the wall with all these little points. But it doesn't look like this map. It's like spheres. And they're all like pointing and connecting to each other. And that's where we'll pick up next week.
That's a 3. Good night, everybody.
Oh my goodness. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
The name of this episode was That's a Lot of Bugs, by the way.
Correct.
That's a lot of bugs.